What is up, everybody? We are back again with another plugin. It just so happens to be a Howard Benson plugin, just because I did the multiplier for my last video. I decided I'd knock out two in one day. So we're going to go forward with the Howard Benson Vocal plugin by JST. The vocal plugin, not the multiplier. Here we go. So here we have a track that I was working on here. I haven't got to the vocals yet, but I'll kind of play it as is. So we're going to go ahead and focus on this main vocal for a second, and we're going to use the Howard Benson Vocals plugin. And so right off the bat, just loading the plugin, we go from this. The days fade as you try to decide. A whisper from the depths as you come to life. Very subtle, like, you know, you might not even be able to hear it. Very subtle difference. But now that we're going through, let's just pick out a preset real quick. So let's kind of go through, because this thing has some of the greatest presets, I swear. The days fade as you try to decide. A whisper from the depths as you come to life. We're intoxicating the smell of defeat. The days fade as you try to decide. A whisper from the depths as you come to life. So you can see there's a ton of different presets here, and just to show you, we got factory presets from Howard Benson and, you know, Joey Sturgis, you know, just a ton of producers here. And so you get like a lot from everybody. So I mean, there's a wide array here that you can go through and just kind of find something you know, that works for your needs real quick. And then you also have the collaborations, which have even more. You have the Gerard Way vocals here for 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. So that's pretty cool that you get that. And then you have the Spirit Box filter and background vocal, the lead vocal. So, I mean, if you want to sound like Spirit Box, you just throw that on it. We're intoxicating the smell of defeat. Yeah, well, so there's a ton of things you can do here. But let's go over like the little basics here. So right here we have the vocals. This is your compressor. We have an input here. You can choose tube warmth if you want. You know, then we have our makeup gain. I have it on auto. Well, the preset has it on auto. Then we have our de-esser and grit. So you have really a lot of things that you need for the vocal already in here, and it's set up in the correct vocal chain as well. So, you know, you have your compressor, your gain, makeup, de-esser, grit. So we can sit here and not have to use like a de-esser plugin, you know, and a compressor. You will find God if you're on your screen. You will find God if you're on your screen. You will find God if you're on your screen. So I mean, there's not like a lot going on there, but it does work. And then the grit, we'll look at the grit real quick. You will find God if you're on your screen. So it gives it a little added flavor. So we have our vocals here, and then it gives you this little meter with the sweet spot indicator, which is pretty cool. There's also an EQ. It's pretty straightforward. You have high pass filter. You have pre-comp, which is a pretty cool, nifty little thing. And you know, you have your Q, gain frequency you're trying to work with there. So pretty standard EQ, and each of these you can turn off. Like if you wanted to do the EQ a different way.
Am I worth it? Why don't deserve it? Why does this always have to happen to me?
Like if the EQ just doesn't work for your voice, you could always change that. Next, there's the multiplier, which we already used a multiplier in the last video. It was also a Howard Benson, but this multiplier is built in. So we can go ahead and turn these off real quick, and I'll show you what the multiplier sounds like.
Am I worth it? Why don't deserve it?
Alright, so not much. But combined, it's going to boost that. And the amount's not very much either.
You try to decide. A whisper from the depths as you come to life. We're intoxicating the smell of defeat. You will find God if you're on your screen. Am I worth it?
You know, it's like a little bit of multiplying. The other one that he has is a lot more in depth, but this is just kind of like a standard little thing. You have your width, you know, which is just like kind of your range and your width where you're going with it in the stereo image.
Why don't deserve it? Why does this always have to happen to me? Am I worth it? Why don't deserve it?
So you can play with that a little bit and get it in the sweet spot there. Next we have the echo.
Why does this always have to happen to me?
I don't like a lot of echo on my vocal.
The depths as you come to life. We're intoxicating the smell of defeat. You will find.
But you know, it does help give it a little bit of space in the mix. Speaking of space, the next one is space. So I'll turn it on as we're listening.
Why count your blessings, but blessings denied? You'd be the first one to brandish your knife. You hunt and lurk for the tainted souls, while in the name of gaining control, there's a price to pay. There's a price.
So if I mute the rest of these vocals.
The days fade as you try to decide. A whisper from the depths as you come to life. We're intoxicating the smell of defeat. You will find God if you're on your screen.
So since that's another like main, so sometimes I'll like throw the same setup on there just to see what it sounds like.
The smell of defeat. You will find God if you're on your screen. Am I worth it? Why don't deserve it? Why does this always have to happen to me?
I hear some weird stuff going on in this mix, to be honest, but it's okay. We're just looking at the Howard Benson vocal. So you can do a lot with this thing. It comes with a ton of different presets. I mean, the thing is just, it's worth its weight in gold. If you're getting into it, or even if you're an expert at this, this is definitely another tool for the arsenal. And if you need to just like throw something on real quick and just move on, come back to it and tweak it later, this is the plugin to do that with. I mean, look at all these different, you know, presets we have here just off the bat. So you come out the gate really good. I use this, oh sorry, I got confused. I use this on almost every mix that I do, and it just, it always does its job. So I do hope that I at least showed you something new. Maybe you learned something. Hopefully this this will prove to you that JST is awesome. I don't think that I'm here to prove anything to you, but I do think that if you are an audio engineer, you should probably have this just, you know, as something to pull up. A lot of guys have their chains, a lot of guys have their things that they already know how to do. But if you're looking for something that's just one vocal plugin and nothing more, and then you can just move on and do stuff through buses, this is the plugin to do that with. I think that's it for today, and thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.